So I'm going to clean up the inside of the Alero today, at least start on it. It's got some stainage on the driver's side. I know most of that's not going to come out. You know, there's a hole all the way through the carpet, but it is a 229,000 mile car too. I think that'll clean up on the back seats. Floors are pretty dirty back here. And I'm gonna pre-soak it with a little bit of simple green in water and then use my drill brush on it and just try to get it a little bit cleaner. Got it vacuumed out. So what I like to do is I like to take a garden sprayer, make a simple green concentrate or a degreaser of your choice, fill it up with hot water, and then I can soak down the carpets like so. Then take your drill with a drill brush on it and work the solution into the carpets. The passenger side, strangely enough, is actually, well, anyway, it looks dirtier than the driver's side, so I got it soaked with simple green. Hit it with my drill brush. Then I got my little carpet shampooer here that I'm just going to suck the simple green solution up with and then rinse it with clean water, and hopefully we get a pretty good result. So here's a sample of the water out of the Alero. It's several days later and I'm finally back working on the Alero, trying to get it cleaned up here. These carpets are filthy. Maybe there was a car seat here and the kid was like spilling stuff, I don't know, but I'll show you the front of the car. Seat's cleaned up good. The carpets are a lot better. So we're gonna soak it down and clean it. I've got some laundry detergent in my sprayer today to combat that. I ran out of simple green, so see how that goes. Well, that's all soaking now and got it agitated in with the drill brush, so we'll see what comes out. Well, I'm out scavenging for parts again. I thought I had everything I needed for the Alero, But unfortunately, I need this plastic piece right up there, because last time I got this piece, which works fine, but this piece right up there is shot as well. So luckily there was another Alero close to me this time, so I'm gonna try to get that pulled off and think about if there's anything else I need. Well, I think I got just about everything I think I need for my Alero. I ordered the new coolant cap. It's already here. So I got that trim piece, and I got a couple relays. Let's see what they're going to charge me for them. Out of a Grand Prix to fix my window and lock problems. But yeah, this is a 99 Alero, and it's pretty much the same car as the 2004. This has a V6 engine, and mine's got the 4-cylinder 2.2, but body style wise they're the same, which is nice because you can harvest parts off of pretty much any Alero that you need. Here's an Oldsmobile Aurora. I think it's a 99 Aurora. And this was the last of the first generation because there was no 2000 Aurora. It came back for the 2001 model year, but a quite different car. Wow, this is, I think, probably the highest mileage Aurora I've seen, with 244, 822 on the clock. These did have the variant of the North Star engine. It was not an exact North Star, but it suffered from some of the same problems. This I thought was interesting. Here's a 92 Cadillac DeVille custom gold edition by Kunai Cadillac. Don't know where that is, but it spent its final days in Tumwater, Washington, pick and pull. Looks like it's been sitting a while, but even had a gold grill on it. Digital dash. I bet this thing was just it back in the day. So here's the old molding that I should have got from the original Alero when I was getting this rubber piece, but I thought it was fine, but it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and get that swapped out. And I got the new molding put on, so hopefully that'll keep all the water out. So the air filter looks really nice, but I'm going to vacuum all the sand and debris that's in the air box out. I'm changing the oil on the 04 Alero, and the oil's coming out of there real nice. The color wasn't horrible, so this car was being taken care of, looks like really well before I got it, so that's always nice. And here's where the oil filter is, right there. And I'm going to use a 1 1/4 inch wrench to get that cap off. I think I've got a socket that seems to be doing the job. There's the old oil filter right there, and you know, you can tell that the car was being taken care of because the filter does not look horrible. But I got a new filter. I'm going to slap that in there and get some fresh oil in it. And we got the new filter on. Fresh O-ring going around the top there. And just put it back in. And I'm just letting it drain good, you know. Get what I can out of it, doing other things so it can just drip. But looking at the inner side of this car, it's nice and dry. It's not all rusted out. Real good shape underneath. Real good shape. This will be a good car for somebody, it really will. I replaced the coolant cap because the old one really had a hard time getting it off of the reservoir, so the new one's on there and it's much better. And I'm all ready to fill it back up again. I can't find my short funnel, so I got this long one here, so it's going to be hard for me to hold the camera and put oil in the car, but I'll get back with you once I get some oil in here. Okay, I got the oil all in the car, used 5W30 synthetic blend, and now to turn off the oil change light. Now I've got a scan tool that will turn it off, but I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way like the manual says. So I'm going to turn the car to on and push the gas pedal 3 times and see if that does it. That got rid of it. Cool. Well, I got the Alero done. As done as I'm gonna be with it. You know, this is not a showroom car, something that you're gonna put in a museum. This is just a car that you're gonna use A to B transportation. Got the mirror on. The bumpers, you know, they've got some chipping and that sort of thing, but that's how they're going to stay. With 229,000 miles, and this thing still rides pretty darn good. This is a car that people are going to care about the way it drives and how it gets them from point A to point B. That's what this car is. You can put a whole lot of money into a 229,000 mile car that you're just never going to get back. The Oldsmobile Alero was manufactured from April of 1998 to April of 2004 and was a replacement for the Achieva and Cutlass. In 2004, there were only 3 Oldsmobile vehicles available for sale. The Alero, the Bravada, and the Silhouette. The Alero went mostly unchanged from the beginning to the end, so most parts fit from year to year. There were no mid-year changes. It was all pretty standard, and the body style stayed very much the same. The GM cousin, if you will, to the car is the Pontiac Grand Am. This was called the Chevrolet Alero in Israel and Europe. So here's my finished product on the interior. Seats cleaned up pretty well. Everything looks real nice. I went ahead and got vents for the car just because they were like, I don't know, a couple bucks. I went and got the fresh air recirculate AC and rear defroster buttons out of the first donor car because they were so easy to replace. I just figured might as well do it because you could not see the writing on any of the buttons. So it looks a lot better. I also got the hook for back there. I don't know why this was missing, but it was gone, so got another hook back there. Carpets turned out up front. Turned out real nice. Here's the back seat of the car. Cleaned up real well. There's the bottom floorboards. There's some stainage over here, but I can assure you that the carpets are clean. This was one of the dirtiest cars on the inside I've cleaned in quite a while. I'm assuming they had a car seat back here or something, but were they just throwing food for the kid back here, or the kid throwing it all around the car? I mean, I had to take the back seat out and pressure wash it. It was that disgusting. I've got some mats to go over the floors in the back, but I just kind of wanted to show you how they cleaned up. Car I'm thinking was owned by an older person, as it's got a AAA sticker. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean you've got to be older to have AAA, but usually older people are responsible and they have AAA, and it's a good thing to have. Got the door seals all put back on both the driver and the passenger. The driver's side was leaking pretty good. Replaced a relay down there, so the locks and all that stuff's working fine again. This car might have had an act of vandalism on it at some point, as the front and back windows are aftermarket. When I was working at a dealership many years ago, we took in on trade or bought a Oldsmobile Alero from the office manager's mother, I believe it was. And we had it on the lot, and we eventually sold it. And this car has that same smell, so probably just they all smelled alike, but it'd be interesting if this was that same car all these years later. Kind of made me wonder if this wasn't carpet dye from one of the interior reconditioners from our lot. It's probably not the same car, but just a thought. You never know. And I got the trunk mat, I believe, out of a Chevy Malibu. You know, it works. I could not find a trunk mat out of another Alero or Pontiac Grand Am that was not just completely trashed. This is not an exact mat, but you know, this is close enough. It works fine and it looks good, so I'm real happy with it. Under the hood, the little 2.2 liter Ecotec. It's real clean under here. Had to replace the battery. I had this one actually out of my LeSabre because the almost new battery has a bad cell, so put this one in there. I've got a bigger battery in my LeSabre anyway, so this one just fits in just fine. Did an oil change. You know, there's no oil leaks really to speak of. So this car was being well taken care of. I think they took care of the car pretty well mechanically, but inside they just kind of, I don't know, let it get trashed a little bit. I mean, it's not horrible. It cleaned up, but I don't know. Maybe the car got handed down to someone younger that did not keep it clean. I don't know. With 229,000 miles on it, this car actually drives pretty darn good. With this being just a little 4-cylinder 2.2 liter engine on a mid-size car, it actually accelerates pretty good. I mean, it doesn't really feel underpowered or anything like that. A car like this would be real nice on a road trip if you're just looking for a comfortable car. It gets good gas mileage. So the things I've done to the car, let's see here, put a mirror on it, fixed the water leak, Did the headlights up, changed the oil, fixed the relay, gave it a thorough deep cleaning inside, put a trunk mat in it, got the air conditioner all recharged again where it's blowing real cold, cleaned the power mirror switch because that was not working, put some air in the tires, put another battery in it. But it was pretty much a driver from the get-go. I had to get a driver and passenger floor mat for it at the pick and pull just because they were like $2 a mat, so that was worth it. This is a pretty nice, roomy car, economy car at that too, and I'm real happy with the way it turned out. You know, for this being a mid-2000s GM product, it's actually held up fairly well over the years, but someone maintained it to get it this far. Maybe that little message on the dash telling you to change the oil counts for something for the longevity of these cars, because maybe it's a reminder that, hey, you got to get your car looked at. You know, change the oil and maybe do other services while you're there. The car has nice alloy wheels. It's got Mastercraft tires in the front, and it's got some Toyos in the back. Something I really like about the car is the fact that it's basic, but nicely equipped, I guess you could say. You've got a power seat, you know, you've got the alloy wheels, you have power windows, locks, mirrors. You don't have a sunroof because, honestly, you don't need it. Headlights are automatic, and that's just kind of a nice little touch. But yeah, just a nice cruising car. You have standard heater controls, you know, nothing digital, knobs, nothing wrong with that. Nice automatic shifter, parking brake. You've got a standard key that is not chipped, so you can get as many keys as you want made. You don't have to program them. And you've got a nice little unlock remote fob. And like I say, just nice little features on the car. I would honestly drive this car all day, every day. But I think I'm going to let it go because, frankly, I have too many vehicles. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.